in the morning, and we are catching an NS train rolling from, looks like coming from Portsmouth. And right now I'm just waiting to intercept. It's going to be a busy night tonight. So I want to thank you guys for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I know there have been some hiccups, but like I said, we're about to intercept the NS train that's rolling through. It just made it through the next light, and I'm now going to intercept at the crossing. Hopefully it'll go well. But at least the good news, it's not too terrible out here. It's kind of nice to just be out and about. And this weather's been kind of like thick as pea soup, I will admit. Alright guys, here we go. Let's see if we catch it up here at the crossing. I think he just beat me there. Maybe the train did beat me there. I don't know. Alright guys, hang on tight. We're going to be able to catch this manifest. Let's see if we catch up. I think we're going to get there. And I think the crossings will activate probably before I cross. So keep a lookout for it. Keep a lookout for that marker there. So we're now just about close to the interlock. And I wonder if the train did beat me first before I got there. We shall see. Maybe the train will probably intercept too, so we'll see. Got an NS train. I wonder if I'm going to get to the crossing first, or if the train's going to beat me first. Looks like we have a green on track 2. Perfect! And just in time. I just made it across. We have a high ball green on track 1. He's going on to track 2. Let's see if he does. He just rolled in. So here he comes. I actually got here before he did. Boy, am I fortunate. Ooh, I thought we had a gate runner. So don't forget to share and subscribe to this channel here. Here he is, Columbus, Ohio. $44.73 and $76.30. Looks like he'll roll into the yard. Yep, he's going on to track 2 with the manifest. This might be a grain train, I don't know. From out in Columbus, Ohio. Where I'm from, Columbus, Ohio. So, yep, we got a manifest. This will be the 183. I'll look at the numbers later. It could have been the 119 as well, but 119 usually comes out of North Carolina. Let's see if he'll read back later. India. New Delhi or New Delhi? Somewhere in India? Well, we welcome you over to the live stream. So, it's raining here in the U.S., so I'd love to come visit India one day. Haven't really made that kind of decision yet. Well, it's dark. It's about 1:33 a.m. where I'm at here, Eastern time. I've never got to experience that yet. I would love to come visit India one day. At this time, no, I just haven't had the money to kind of like travel out to India yet. So, we're just waiting on this train's coming out of North Carolina or coming from Georgia. What time is it actually in India? I really would love to come visit one day. The Norfolk Southern Corporation, the railroad itself has a lot of these units. The 9901 is a C44-9, but it's also built on the locomotive works here at General Electric here in so it's 11:04 a.m. your time. That makes sense. And we got a train, I think that's about to come rolling through. Once this train starts moving out of the way for the track, this train's going to be going north, and it's going up to I think this train's going all the way to Bellevue and back, so I haven't really looked at the symbols yet. I'm just kind of waiting to see what kind of symbol this will be later. That's a 2.5 mile monster manifest train. I've always wanted to go to India, but I just never had the time or money to do it. So don't forget to share with your friends and family. Even the kids could have some fun watching this video. Even though it's early in the morning, but I know kids are already in bed. Where I'm from. People are still working here at night. Looks like he's got some sticky kind of brake or dragging wheel drag. I'm not sure, but anyways. Let's see what we got down here, and I mean, the other train's going to be like waiting for him to roll past. What job do I do? I am self-employed at the moment. So I kind of work for myself. I'm an independent contractor. But I was a warehouse worker in the past. I haven't been able to do it for like a while, but normally, I mean, I try to stay busy when it comes to work hours. I would love to come visit India one day. I've actually, part of my family went to India on a mission trip. So right now we're just waiting for this train to pass. there's the end of Norfolk Southern. Looks like it's going to be the 179, 170 something. Usually the 189 does kind of roll back over to Georgia, and it might be the 170 something. I'm not sure. So the tracks will get switched, as you can see, as we're looking right down here. This train's gonna have a signal coming up ahead. He's already cleared the signal, but he has to have the next track switch changed. I feel like it's a good country. I would love to go visit for sure. So, I would love to come visit for sure. I've heard it's a great country. A lot of people love living there. It's a great community just to live there, which is nice. I mean, the country itself is so beautiful. And we got a looks like we might either have a coal train or we might have a double stack intermodal that's coming from Chicago. We'll see who's coming. The other switch is already realigned, and he's aligned at track number 1. This train was going to be the 174. He was coming out of Georgia, going to it looks like he's going up to either Bellevue, Ohio, or he might be going west. I'll look at the symbol later on. I don't get a chance to look at those symbol numbers. This one's going to be a really good one out here. He's coming down. I wonder if it's either him or it's another one that's coming down here, and I'm not sure who's coming yet, but there's a light down there. I think India is a great country. I would love to come and visit for sure. Money's just been kind of tight lately. I don't usually get to do this a lot. I don't travel quite a lot, but I try every now and then. Let's see what kind of train this will be. He's about 1.2 miles, maybe about a mile down there. I've heard really good things about the country, about India. It's great. It's great culture. So much more. Anyways, I'll definitely come visit India. Don't you worry, I definitely will. He's got to be like the, yeah, it looks like he was waiting for the signal to change. He was waiting. He waited patiently. He had to wait patiently, so he's going to probably get a high ball green on track 1. A pneumatic bell. A pneumatic brass bell. It's either going to be a Dash 9 or it's going to be a C6M. Leading this train right here that was waiting for the manifest to roll through with 2 Dash 9. One was an ES44 AC. The other one I think was like a Dash 9, C44-9, and the other one was probably going to be the AC44 C6M in the secondary. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So we'll wait and see what the crew's going to do, if they're going to. I like the sound of the trains going by here sometimes at night. He's already throttling up at a couple of different notches, but it's probably going to be hard for the train to. He must have been coming from maybe. I'm wondering if he's going to be the one that's coming out of Calumet Yard. Let's see what kind of train this one's going to be. We're not sure what kind it'll be, but I do appreciate it for sure. We'll see what the crew has to do here. Now, he's already notched it up. Probably about 12,000 horses. It takes a little while for these trains to kind of like power through the yard, and they usually have to wait for the next signal. So he's going to be. He should be coming in any moment, but he's rolling through probably at slow speeds. Sometimes through the rail yard, it takes a while for a train to kind of gain ground. Is once he starts moving, I mean, yeah, he's moving. So he's about notch 3 or 4. But it sounds like he's going to try to notch maybe another throttle, but not sure when he'll come rolling in. But he's got a train that's coming in. But it could be a manifest again. But it might be the 171. See if the gates start going down. Gates will start going down here soon. He'll probably start knocking down the crossing here pretty soon. That horn is so loud. And then there goes the gates. And here he comes. He's rolling slow, so we'll give him that. Oh, he's rolling into track 2. $42.89 leading and trailing. It's a coal train. He's dropping these coal loads down to Norfolk, Virginia. They are coming out of Wyoming, and he's roaring. He's rolling through. So I'll check the symbol here in a little bit. It's a coal train. These hoppers are going to Norfolk, Virginia. They'll be transported to the mines, or going to a ship. I don't know if it's loads or empties, but it could be a mix. It looks like loads to me. Oh, maybe it is empty. He must be going back to Virginia to load of coal. He must have emptied them at Wyoming, but looks like he's got some loads, maybe some empties, but I did not look. I wish I had gotten like a better look at that. It could be a coke train, but it could be a rock train. I don't know. Sometimes with these coal trains, you never know when you're going to run into those. Two AC-44 C6Ms had just picked up some hopper cars. He's probably going to roll in out of town here for a little bit. The good news is not raining. I will give it that. Hoppers are going to go back for coal loads that are going to the river basin in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I'll definitely look at that for sure. Back here. These hoppers are going back to Virginia, where they'll go back to the mines and load up with coal. It's either load or it's going to be empty. I don't know. There go the hopper cars all the way down. They'll be clearing that interlock here shortly. And we got another train coming, and it looks like we have a train meet. This other train's going to be coming in anyways. We got another light way down there. I'm not sure what kind it is, but it looks like he's going to probably have a signal that he'll get here in just a moment. Alright, he's got an approach, and it looks like he's going to get it clear here shortly. So it looks like he's going to get a clear approach, a clear signal up here in a high ball. So he's got an approach. It'll probably turn to green here in the next 2-3 minutes. That was a nice catch. Symbol looked like that was the train 786 with these coal coal empties going to Virginia, where he's coming out of Wyoming, and he is going to be loading up at the mine, or at the mines over here in Virginia, where he'll fill up at the coal mines. This train's going to get a nice approach, and then he'll probably get a nice clear signal here. Not sure though. Yep, and he got a clear. He's got a high ball clear, and he's looks like he'll make his way over at the yard. A lot of clanging and banging over there. So, the NS train's got a clear signal. He's going to be notching up at notch 6. We'll know for sure when he'll make his expected arrival out here. He's like way down there, and it looks like he'll probably roll through at a good amount of speed, about 50-55 miles an hour, maybe 60. And if you look closely on the other side of where the spur track is on the corner of Watkins Yard, that spur, or that little interchange right here on the right side that switches the direction going this way, will take you to CSX Parsons Yard on that side, which will take you all the way to Cincinnati and all as far as Chattanooga. So that's not bad. Looks like I'm going to wait on the NS train that's about to roll through it. It looks like it's going to be another manifest, but maybe it could be a double stack. I won't know. He's already got a clear signal, and he's already got his light dim, so he's going to kind of like thunder through. So we'll wait for him to roll through. Looks like he's gonna come out of this might be a grain train. I won't 100% know. Sorry about the lighting on my car. I got my headlights on. So oh yeah, he's notching. There goes the railroad crossing. Oh, I know. Here in the U.S., we have like a lot of trains that roll through. The charming E-Bell. And it's an ES44. It's a intermodal train coming out of Norfolk, Virginia. The NS 273 or 74, either one. He's rolling in out of Virginia. I don't blame you. A lot of these containers right about here, it tells a whole story about it. Boy, AC 44C6M and an ES 44 DC 8049 and an AC 44C6M 8049 leading and 4527 trailing on NS 274 or 277 or whichever one it is. Yeah, they sure do run fast though. The only downside would be like you don't want to have a train come this close to your house. All these containers are like all the way from across the country, international. All the commodities. I don't blame you on that. I use. Those things are like flammable too. I don't know what those things would be, but carrying them on cargo ships. Here's the end of this train. Norfolk Southern 277. The train originates out of Portlock Yard in Norfolk, Virginia, heading west to Calumet Yard in Chicago, where that terminates, and then it'll take the train all the way to Los Angeles by Union Pacific. And it usually stops at Chicago most of the time. They usually stop around there. Man, that was a good catch. On this night, 2 a.m. Easter time, I will admit, it was a surprise kind of train. I didn't expect this to happen, but hey, looky there. We finally caught 3 trains. A manifest, a coal train, and an intermodal. 3 trains at once. How more could you expect from that? Anyways, it is getting almost like late. I'm about ready to actually head back home, aim towards Columbus, but so ready to actually head back home. I will admit, that was good. I used to transport river cruise back and forth. What a night that turned out to be. That was quite of an experience. The rainy weather, however, kind of it can be unpredictable at times. I've never had to imagine that those people say like driving in the rain kind of makes it look distinguished. I never ever drive so good in the rain because it just makes it look really nasty. Plus, it would do like a lot of things. It'd mess up your car like if it was. Anyways, hope you got to enjoy the video. If you haven't already done so, I'm gonna try to maybe go to a couple other places later this year. I haven't really decided where. So, we're going to be I just left Columbus. My other favorite spot, I either go to Chillicothe or just south of Columbus, but I go like north every now and then. So, anyways, the weather hasn't been actually too bad though. It's been kind of nice. I will give it credit. But I'll tell you, what kind of trains do run in India that are pretty fast? Like passenger trains, freight trains, anything particular? Sorry for having to ask so many questions. All right. Now I'm just kind of waiting at the light while I'm waiting. And that's okay. I'd like to learn how to speak from India. What's your language in India? I forgot to ask you, Ayush, if you don't mind me asking. Most people tend to ride like these bike special kind of like trike cabs, like taxi cab, Hindi. Ooh, I gotta learn that for sure. I might have to learn that myself. I kind of got a special little translation by Google, and I'm actually going to do a little translation later on to do a special language transfer. The translation. The why do I always get that mixed up? I definitely could see that. My grandmother was part of a trip that she went to in India. I was like, you know what? I'd love to see what it's like to just go there for sure. You know, a lot of times if you ever come to the USA, it's really beautiful. We have a great market here in Columbus, Ohio. Most markets where I live, like just south of Columbus, you don't see a lot of international markets like as much as you would see. It's a great place. It's a great place to have a family, to raise a family out here. And if you're ever fortunate, we always bring the culture here to the US, and I'd love to come visit India one of these days. I definitely will. So with these kind of like weather patterns, what kind of weather do you guys usually get in India? Mostly here in the U.S., like here in where I'm from in Ohio, we get a lot of that rain, a little bit of snow, all this heat. Whew, I wouldn't be surprised, but anyways, most temperatures kind of change from time to time. I'm passing this location almost twice a day. You gotta watch out for animals that go across the road. We always preserve something special for they'll do a special event for elephants. My car is a Chevrolet, American made, but it's also made everywhere actually. Chevy cars are made just actually about anywhere, to be honest. They are the most popular cars you could ever find. A lot of times. But yeah, this car's been kind of. I've always wanted to own like maybe a special kind. I couldn't decide what kind later on. So it's kind of not too bad. The economy itself has been very good. They're trying to make some of these like the stockholders, plus having to do with the economy hasn't always been easy. Some of these cars have been like rapidly declining for a lot of things, but the prices keep dropping or they keep going up just because with all these with the economic prices. It's not bad at all. It's really neat. Could not tell if that was like a train or not. If that was another train or not. It is a Chevrolet Trailblazer. They don't make like some of these models anymore. Back in the days, they used to be around in the 1980s. But they started keep making them, I think, in the late 70s, I would say. Some of these cars, like they don't make like the older models like they used to. I worked as a transportation driver for like transporting railroad crews out of state. I've been like mostly a rideshare driver, but with Uber, it's hard. It's hard to always get like an Uber everywhere because the company has to expand or has to grow in a certain way. And most of the economy had really kind of changed the last like year or two, but the economy had really kind of started to change like a couple of months ago, maybe a few months ago. They're trying to overdock like all these taxes, which is hard to ship cars everywhere. We do exotic cars. We'll do like Opals, we'll do like Lamborghinis, we'll do just about anything. The exotic cars I think are hard to find are Peugeots, which I wish I could like drive one of those. I wish I could drive those. Why, thank you, Ayush. It had just started to kind of lighten up a little bit here tonight, or early this morning. Just because with the weather kind of pattern, we had some nasty storms rolling in coming from the Midwest. So, anyhow, I'll definitely look at that later on. And yeah, the sky doesn't actually look too bad. During the day, it's really, really pretty. I'll definitely look around. So this has kind of been one of those kind of things I like to do. It's especially when I'm not working. It does. The sky does look good. It's really neat. You paint it like an abstract art. It's oh, I'll have to look at that. I'll look it up for sure. Yeah, you don't see too many of those as much. Some cars are just they're hard to make these days. It's the manufacturer companies that kind of like run a certain number. During when the economy, however, started getting a lot better, they used to make them like so affordable for people like from different countries. It'd be hard to get a good price out of it. You look at like the dollar, like the currency itself. But yeah, what was the Fortuner? You said it was that one, and you said it was a Matsuri Suzuki Alto K10. I'll take a look at that. I might look it up. I'll definitely look at that for sure. Most of the time, like the economy itself has been pretty steady though the last couple of weeks. Not terrible though. They however stopped making some particular models at this time, and it really wasn't. It wasn't because like the economy was bad. It was getting much better. But so far, I haven't really looked at it for at least a few weeks. But you know what I mean. I've driven like Hondas. I've driven a Toyota, a Nissan, a Ford, a Dodge, and a Chevy. So I will take it. I've driven like an Oldsmobile. They don't make like the Oldsmobile cars like they used to. Right. Yeah, you can't beat that. They always made like the best cars like for the industry. The Fords have been successful in the past. Then of course like Chevy however had to decline a couple of different offers, but they've been trying to make these cars electric. But the electric cars were so terrible They weren't helping the environment at all. Well, I mean, it did, but the impact was so bad. They double. I mean, electric cars would cost twice as much as you put in a regular car that is filled with gas or diesel. Either way, it's much cheaper to find one that has like a regular motor. I'll definitely ever consider that. most of which, but it is to understand. You're trying to do like so much to get all the money in the world, and it's never easy. But based on the currency and everything, absolutely. I mean, you're saving a lot. Ford vehicles have been like around for years. Oh, they date all the way back in the 1920s, but they've been around for years. If I ever did get like an exotic car, I would have loved getting trying to think. Especially at night. Sometimes people kind of like drive in the early morning. That's what I heard. They make a lot of money doing it. Most like companies like that, they'll do just about anything. And the common things like currency for most of it, it just depends on how much you're making. I think so. But yeah, what's your question? Ayush? Go ahead and like answer your question at any time. It really makes a big difference. The economy itself had really changed a lot of times. But I think my main question is like, what's the most popular car in the world? And you're right. It could be Suzuki. It could be a Ford. I think, if I remember correctly, they used to have like a nice looking car that was designed, I think. I'll have to look at it for sure. But even at dark, it's I have a hard time seeing at night. Which I don't think is actually too bad. I definitely will take a look at that later. But always keep it in mind too. I definitely am so glad I get to kind of it just really makes a huge difference. You're trying to do a lot, and the workload just kind of pays different, but the pay is always good, like no matter where you are. Every culture is basically really good. That, to answer the question, is correct. But any country like India, it's pretty steady. Whether you work at a hotel, of course. I mean, if you're ever looking for like a job, most people that are also wanting to go to nursing school, no matter where you are, it works just as good, even better. Most people can become doctors, they can become nurses, lawyers, law enforcement officers, even truck drivers too. Right. And I think that's what really makes me understand the economy is really unique. I think what's really more and more, it's also based on like how much you'd be making like an entire hour or within a month. most people tend to either work from home or they're doing like their schoolwork. Some people do go to college from a different country, which is nice. And a lot of times here in the U.S., we kind of get a lot of exchange students. But I like about how people could actually afford something like this, and I really do hope that they do ever make some good opportunities for people who want to go for their dreams. If you ever had like one job, what would it be? Right. I always heard good things about it, and everybody loves the kind of job. And we support like a lot of people from different countries that come out here. Every single person comes out here to the U.S. to come and learn a lot of new things. All they have to learn is learn every. Here in the U.S., it does the same. So I definitely am glad I get to kind of enjoy this kind of stuff, and I like to be able to kind of go to Canada as well. The only downside would be like how would I ever try to get there? You know, every single person is built on a good foundation. That's where the future holds right there, and you're only doing like so much. Sorry, my car's been kind of doing that. But it definitely keeps you on the right track. And most people would say like you're trying to do everything you can just to get by with that. So it definitely it does become a big risk at times, but the rewards are good. But it's amazing to kind of like travel everywhere. If you could ever go anywhere in the world, absolutely, it's amazing. Most people from different countries, they do become truck drivers. And some actually become a doctor, which in this case, which is really neat. Most people come from different backgrounds or whatever, and they can become a doctor and an attorney, you name it. I like how it kind of shows that people want to make a hard-earned living by doing a job just like that. And I will admit, you're doing everything you can do to make a steady income, make ends meet. Even in law enforcement, it can be a tough job to do. But I'm so glad it kind of like shares a lot. I don't know about you guys, but about you folks, but I definitely am calling it a night. It has been a great week to just do the job I love doing, which is a good thing. So I'm getting ready to pick up some more trips here in a little while. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, definitely do that when you can. Also, you'll probably get some cool stuff that'll be shipped all around the world, but I am going to take care of those as soon as I can, so I definitely will do that. Don't forget, if you haven't already checked out, I do a lot of TikTok videos every now and then. I do try to post them. My YouTube channel is growing, so we're going to try to shoot for 200, I think, here in 2025, but maybe grow up to 300 subscribers, but we'll see what happens. like I said, thank you guys for watching my YouTube channel and checking out the live stream. So be sure to check it out. I will definitely be around for the next couple days, but I'm going to take some time to kind of do some work, do a little bit of boss stuff. I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys for joining in, and time for me to wrap things up for the week. So I will see you guys soon. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, check it out. And if you ever have any questions about it, absolutely feel free to ask more questions. As always, I do have TikTok. I'll link my profile in my channel here. So I definitely will be editing that here as soon as I can. So have a great night and a great day to everybody out here. We'll see everybody again soon. Bye for now until we meet again sometime for Columbus, Ohio. This is Jordan saying so long.